Welcome back to another episode of RPG Maker. My name is Regicide. I hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you for coming back. Please do like and subscribe if you like these videos, and if you have suggestions or questions or comments, please do say something, because it really helps me know what type of stuff I should be doing. Because I really enjoy RPG Maker, so I'll be doing a full tutorial on that, but I don't know what to do afterwards. We move on to today. So the last time we did the branches, the conditional branches. So today we're going to be playing around with all the different things that we learned. So we launch RPG Maker, we open up our previous file, and we'll just first start looking at what the events are that we're going to create. So we have the old lady that gives us the quest, Clarice. We have the old man who just kind of walks around the fountain, not knowing what's going on. Then we've got the lady and the dude walking up and down, and the potion lady, potion judge dude, and the potion thief. I named him Potion Thief. Let's edit that and change that to Potion Thief. Okay, cool. So next, what we're going to do is add some conditional branches to the various things. So for the moment, we're beginning nowhere. We're just kind of starting in the game, and we don't have anything really going on. So let's take what we learned in the last few episodes and implement it. First off, we're going to create a starting location. Cut. Action. So first off, we're going to create a starting location. So we right click on the map tile the map list at the bottom left hand corner. We load a sample map, and let's look for something that looks pretty cool, like a little house or something like that. Let's scroll down and see. House 1 looks pretty good. Yeah, make it something small, not something fancy. Let's use house 1. We're going to create our starting location in the bedroom. So we go right click next to the bed at 13.5. We set starting position and set it of the player. So we need to create a situation where we can leave the building and go into the town at the bottom here at 27.27. So we click on house in the bottom left hand corner under the map list. We right click on the coordinates 9.14 at the entrance of the house, and we go to quick event creation and select transfer. We click on the location, go to normal town. We find the block underneath the door to the house at 27.27. we say OK. We keep retain. We say OK. Then we go to normal town, go to the bottom of the house at 27.27, right click, quick event creation, transfer, location. Then we go to the house, put it at 9.14 at the entrance of the house, say OK, retain direction, say OK, and there we go. Then our character should be able to move in and out of the house. So we know that should work because we've done it before. So we're not going to bother testing every small movement that we make, because we're going to waste a lot of time launching the game and closing the game in between steps. It's good to have a point where we save and we launch, but for small things like this, it's not always necessary to run a test. So we're going to save the map over there at the top by the little floppy disk icon. We go to normal town, and we're going to select the old lady, Clarice, at 17.16. We right click on her and we edit her event. So she's got one page with her yes or no options. So we're going to go over to her question mark here, the text, will you help me? So once we give that question over there, so we're going to right click on Clarice, we're going to say edit, and in this menu we're going to create different branch options and texts. So first she's going to say hello character, and then she will ask us if we will get rid of the beast. We say yes, and a heart shows up. We say no, anger shows up. But we want to do a little bit more than that, because once that happens, she's just going to keep causing the same thing. She's going to cause the same loop. So we're going to create a switch here. It's going to create a loop. So we're going to create a new page, a new event page. We change the image. We go to the people one, select the old lady's character. We say OK. We keep her movement type random. So we will create a switch just now. First, we just create the event page. We apply the changes. So we go to the first page. On the first page, we go to the options where we say hell yeah or hell no. Under hell yeah, and after the event, the heart event appears, we're going to create a switch. We're going to create a switch. So we double click on the line underneath the balloon icon. We go to show text. We're going to make her face. We're going to say, oh sorry, going to go to people. There we go. Go to old lady, and she's going to say, oh, thank you so much. And then we're going to use the character's name. So we'll just say that. We're going to make her name a different color. We're going to say C01 Clarice C01. We preview it. Oh, thank you so much. There we go. We say OK. And then we're going to go to the hell no icon. We're going to right click on it. We're going to create a new event. Show text. Select a face for the lady. Change her name color. Also make it 01. And then we're going to change the text to how disappointing. You seemed like a nice guy. Guess I was wrong. That's brutal. How disappointing. You seem like a nice guy. Guess I was wrong. Oof. Hurts you right in the feels. Okay. Awesome. So now that we've created those, we're going to create the second event page. In the second event page, we're going to create a switch. The first switch we're going to create is accept first quest. We're just going to make it one word, accept first quest. Apply. So if the switch accept first quest is on, then this is the dialog she'll put afterwards. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to tab 1. We click underneath the yes, where we tell her yes. We double click there. We go to the first tab under game progression. We say control switches. We create a single switch of accept first quest. We say yes. We put it into operation on, and it goes on, and we apply. So when we talk to her and accept the quest, the first switch will go on and the second tab will become active. What we'll do in this is once it has accept first quest, we'll double click on the context. We'll create a new text box with her face, and she'll say, have you killed the beast yet? Let's give her name the same color as before. Oopsie. 01 01. We say preview. We say that, and then we create another tab underneath here of conditions, yes or no. So we double click. We show choices, and first we say yes ... and the next we say no, not yet, just because. So if we say yes ... we're going to create a different string under the yes. So we double click on that. She's going to say, we're going to double click on that face, create a face for the old lady. Once again, change her name and the color. Liar. We're just gonna say, liar. I'd know if you killed the beast. She's not happy. Liar, I'd know if you killed the beast. Don't come back unless you have its head. We say okay. So that's what you're going to say. If you say no, we go on no, not yet. Double click, show text, create her face. Once again, we edit the color of the text and her name. Oops, sorry, 01. Text, she's like, well, what are you waiting for? Chop. Preview. Well, what are you waiting for? Chop. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Here we go. Once we have this, we've essentially created a second section where accept first quest. You accept first quest if you talk to her. What we're going to do is we have to create a situation where this, because of the conditions being unset, it's possible that the game will get confused at some point, and even though we have completed a quest, this dialogue might still pop up. So we're going to create we're going to make it so that that does not occur. So first we go into the house under the map list. We right click on the tile right in front of the player. We create a new instance, rather a new event, and we name the event opening scene. So in the opening scene, we're not going to do an image or anything like that. We'll just leave as is. We make the priority below character and the trigger player touch. So that way the player doesn't click on it, simply if he moves over it. The speed will be normal, frequency normal. We apply it. Then under the contents list, we double click. We show text. And what we're going to do is we're going to speak as the characters. So we double click on the face, we click on the actor, we do actor 1, and we're going to change the character's colors and all of those. So we make him 05, and then we do N. So each forward slash and bracket is a different thing. So what I'm doing right now is I'm creating the name of the character, the color, and I'm creating the final color as well. So what you'll see here is the backslash C05, that's the color, the N/1, that's the name, and that's also once again the color. So he will say, ah, what a lovely morning. I think I'll go. No, that's so lame. What a lovely morning. That's alright. Let's go on an adventure. Cool. So we say okay. That text will show up. So after that text shows up, we'll double click underneath contents. We'll go to game progression. We'll create a control switch. We'll create a new switch. In this switch, we'll name the switch adventure. We'll just call it adventure. We apply it. We do it so that the operation is on. We say okay. We say apply, we say okay, we go back to normal town, we right click on the old lady, we edit her, and on the conditions in the first tab, we switch conditions, and we go to adventure, we say okay, and then from there, after we switch it to adventure, we go to the contents list, click under accept first quest on, double click there. We create a control switch, we go to the adventure switch, we say okay, and we click it off. We say okay, and that way this first tab will never show up again if you say yes. If you say no, it'll show up again. In the second one, we will then create a subsequent switch system, which will go off or on depending on the monster that we create. Right, so from here we say apply. Cool, so now that we've completed these sets of conditions and switches, we're going to say okay, going to save the progress, and now we're going to test it out because there's a few events that we introduced that we need to test and make sure that they work properly. So we go to play test, we launch the game, and we're going to start a new game. Actually, let's go and we end game, we go to the title. Let's first test it. So we go to continue and we load up our previous save file. So we're in town, we haven't left the house yet. The old lady isn't here. What? Where's the old lady? Well, I can tell you where the old lady is. We haven't yet accepted the quest, so we have no condition met of the old lady. So we see the housework, and so we're going to end game. We're going to go to a new game, and we're going to start in the house. We wake up, go down. Ah, what a lovely morning! And then we see his name isn't Gray. So we go down, we leave the house, perfect. Talk to this guy. So there's the old lady. So she spawned this time. So one of the conditions are met. So we talk to her, and she'll say hello. Cool, so she wants us to rid of the beast. I say no. She gets angry, nothing happens. I talk to her again, and she's like, will you do it? I say yes. She turns blue, and she says, thank you so much. So I'm like, awesome. So I talk to her again, and I'm like, and she asks, have I killed it? So I'm like, no, not yet. She's like, well, what are you waiting for? And then I do it again. I say yes. Liar. And she would know, because we're going to create a situation in which she does know. So we close this off, and we're going to go over to the old lady. We're going to edit her, right click and edit. We're going to create a new event page, page 3, and in this we're going to create a condition of an item, because we're going to create the beast's head. So in item, we click on the down button, and under reserve we're going to scroll down, and we're going to go to speciality items. We're going to go to 20, and in 20 we're going to select that, and we're going to change the image to be the same lady. So we go to the people, same lady, we make her movement type random again, same situation, and in here we're going to double click on her, show text, go to her face, make her happy to see us, and we're going to change the color of her name so that when we see her again it goes back to red. I do believe it was 01. I might be wrong. Not the end of the world. So let's do that. 01. And then she's going to say, oh, wonderful. That sounds horrible actually. Wonderful, you brought me the head of a dead animal. Oh, thank you. Just I think that's all. That's good enough. Oh, thank you. And character name in brackets for assisting our village. You've helped us tremendously today. Yeah, why not? Please accept this as my token of appreciation. We say okay, and then from here we're going to double click in there. We're going to change items. We're going to click on reserved. We're going to click on 20, which is nothing at the moment. We're going to decrease it. We're going to decrease it by a constant of 1, and we say okay, because then we won't have it anymore and all the conditions would be over. We're also going to at this point create a new control switch. So we double click on contents. At this point we're also going to create a new control switch for the accept first quest, so that we disable that as well. So we go under change items, we're going to create a new event. We go to control switches under game progression, and we click on the switch, we select accept first quest, and we switch the control to off, and we apply that so that she is then off and does not do the interaction anymore. So none of these switches will be activated, and therefore she will not have anything. We will also create another switch, which will be the afterwards switch, in which case once we've completed talking to her, she will have a basic dialogue that will repeat on itself every single time. So we control switch, we create a new one under 4, we name it post entry. Yeah, just call it post entry. We say okay, we put it on, we say okay, and we create a new event page in which we select her image of the old lady, we make her image like that, we keep making her movement random, and in the conditions we select switch, we click on the switch get potion options, and we change it to post entry. We can make post entry caps like that, maybe that looks a bit better. We say okay, we double click on the context list, we show text, select her face, we select it on the face of the old lady, we make her name, we change her name, color, so this is post all of it, so we're just going to make it 1 again, I believe it was Clarice and C01, and in the text she'll just say thank you again, young hero. The town will remember your deeds. And we just create a space over here so that it doesn't cut off. We preview. There we go. We say okay. We apply, and that is where we will leave it at, because this way she will only do that. So we save our project and we test it. Make sure that she doesn't say it. So we start a new game again. We're in our house. What a lovely day. Leave our house. Fantastic. Yeah, you guys are super excited. Oh, she's moving. Okay. Talk to the old lady. She's like, yes, would you like? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. She's so happy. Awesome. Have I killed it? Yeah. Liar. Okay, no, because I don't have the switch. I don't have the item for the beast. So let's just test what it would take to do that other section. So I'm just going to create a new section over here above the old lady. We double click on it. We call it test 1 event. Make the image a monster, just a little sprite monster. Fixed movement, contents. Once we click on the contents, double click on contents, we create a control switch. Oh, sorry, we don't create a control switch. We change items. We click on the item. We go to speciality 20. We increase it by 1. We say OK. And so we make it so that the conditions are accept first quest, so that once we select the old lady, talk to her, the sprite will only appear then. So we save the project, we give it a test, we create a new game in our little house. So this triggered the event of adventure. Leave. So adventure is activated this whole time because nothing has deactivated it and nothing has activated anything else. So you see the sprite isn't, the sprite wasn't there, but I'll talk to her. So I say hell no. She gets angry. The sprite still doesn't appear. It's in a different instance. Awesome, worked perfectly. She's talked to her. I still say no because I don't want it to bug into my characters possibly. We say yes. She asks, will we get rid of it? I say yes. She says thank you. Boom, beast appears. So it worked. We talk to him. Oops, there goes our item. So we talk to her. She says, "Oh, thank you for assisting our village. You've helped us tremendously today. Please accept this as my token of appreciation." So obviously we didn't get anything. She just took the head away from us. Talk to her again. The town will remember your deeds. So we've officially created multiple branches, created a situation where a quest will only appear if you've been given a quest, and that quest will then disappear once you've handed the quest in, and also a different scenario, a different instance of the game is created. I think we learned a lot of cool things and implemented a lot of nifty new settings. So I'm going to close this off. We save the game. We can actually delete the sprite over here above the old lady because we're not going to be using it going forward. Instead, that is going to be the switch that we use is going to be implemented on the boss, and we're going to change the database we're going to change the database so that 20 is an item, and that when we kill the boss we receive the item. So until then we're just going to leave that piece of code as is. So that's all for this episode. The next episode we're going to go through the next set of tutorials, which are the treasures, self switches, and creating shops. There might be 2 videos, or there might be 1 video. I'll see how long each of those takes. I hope you guys had a really awesome time with me today. I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time, talking to you guys. Once again, if you have ideas, if you have some help, if you have some hints, if you have some suggestions, please do not hesitate. Please do put them in the comments. And please do like and subscribe the video, because I would really like to have other people also provide some insight into creating a really cool game. So hope you guys have an awesome day further. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I wish you guys an awesome day. Bye.